Divide and conquer means now that you know the trick, get the answer as quickly as possible. What's 12 divided by 1/3? Go. Oh, how quickly we forget. Whole number times the denominator.
36.
Everybody see that it is 36? Any questions there? Really, it's technically, if I write it all out, it's the same as multiplying by its reciprocal. It's that. But listen, if it's a whole number times a fraction, and we know this the secret or the trick right away, and divide and conquer quickly. Squirt. Done. All right, new type of problem. Molly uses 9 cups of flour to bake bread. If this was 3/4 of the total amount of flour she started with, what was the original amount of flour? Let me read it again. She's baking bread. She's already used 9 cups, and that's 3/4 of the total. So right away, is the total going to be more than 9 cups or less? Oh, she's already used 9, and that's 3/4. That's not 100%. That's 3/4 of it. So is it going to be more or less? Is that total going to be more? It's going to be more. So we're looking for an answer that's greater than 9. If you look at this, this is kind of similar to part-whole relationships. It really is. Back in that ratio unit, which is so closely aligned to what we do with division anyway. So what they want to know is what's the original amount. So again, we're going to underline key parts of the question. Numbers we need. We're going to need the 9. What else do we need? I've already underlined the original amount with the question's asking. We need to underline one more thing. Ariana, I need to use this somehow. 2 ways to model it. We can use a tape diagram, and I'll show it to you. You can also use part-to-whole relationships, because I think it's like TRF, TRP. I think you go with it. I think either way will work for you. They're telling us that 3/4 of a number we're trying to find is 9. It's not the whole amount. It's only 3/4 of it, and that number is 9. We can use a fraction bar. I'm going to model 3/4. I'm shading 3 out of 4. It's already been done for you, right? Here comes the question. Make a little bracket here. It's a pretty darn good looking bracket, don't you think? That 3 shaded portions represents how many cups? According to the word problem. Brando. I think I know where you're going, but it's not 3. The 3 out of 4 that are shaded represent what? You want to try again? It's in the word problem. Connor, help him out. It represents 9. 3/4. Do you agree that the fraction bar is showing 3/4? This 3/4 is representing 9 cups. It's not the total amount. The total amount is the whole entire 4 bars. But if we can get the magic number, in here we could figure out the total. It's very similar to what you did back when we were doing tape diagrams back in Unit 1 or Module 1. Because now you got to find the magic number. Oh, well, 9 has to be divvied up by 3. The magic number is what? Put 3 in every single box. Yes. Magic number is 3. And then what do you got to do to figure out the whole entire amount? And yes. Yeah, add up all your threes or do 3 times 4, and it's 12 cups. So let me just recap what that is. She starts out, her total is 12 cups when she bakes the bread. Is that what she's baking? I don't even remember. It's bread? Bread, 12 cups. When she's used 3/4 of that amount, she's used only 9 cups. If you kind of think about it, if you divvy it up, and I've got 12 cups, that's a cup, that's a cup, that's a cup, that's a cup. Just to put it into actual real models, is that 12 cups? She's used 3 out of 4, 9 cups. Okay? The other way to do it that I think you'll like better is part to whole. I don't care about the other part that makes up the whole. We could put part whole, but we're not going to. Part whole. This is going to be dedicated to the fraction. This is going to be dedicated to the cups. It's like TRP or TRF, if you will. Nate, do you need anything? Can we wait? We got a couple people out. Or what's my fraction that they give us? Meals. Oh, what do they give you in the word problem, hon? 3 out of 4. Any part-whole relationship, obviously, the smaller number is going to be on the top. Now, what do you do with 9? Is it the part or is it the whole? Is it starting to come back to you? Do you remember this? Shane. It is, because they're asking you to find total. There it is again, 4 corners. Can I connect? Sorry, Jen. Can I connect? Where? You got it. Good job. It's kind of a division problem using part-whole relationships. Now watch. Don't write this. I just want to connect this with you. Remember how when we were doing discounts, every part has another part that makes the whole? Right? If you make it as a matrix, I guess. Just taking this a little step further, because I want you to see it. Fraction. Can you see this? It's kind of all meshed together. And cups. We had 3 out of 4, right? Ready? All important question. What does this have to be? Oh, you can do it. Don't let me down. Ryan? 9. Right, because this and this have to add up the whole, right? Remember? Okay, so then I had the 9 here, and we had 12 here. So what has to be here? 3. So look, 3 out of 4 cups used. 9, this is the part that's used. This is the part that's total. And this is the 3 cups that she has still left to use to make her bread, if you will. Okay? Just adding another layer to it, trying to add it, make it all one big ball of wax from what we did back in the ratio unit. Let's do one more problem before the bell, hopefully. Okay, Georgie is having a birthday party, and he has currently fed 27 of his guests. Well, let's underline that. If this was 3/8 of the total, how many guests will George be feeding in total? All right. What is the question asking us to find? Okay. Okay, the total amount of guests he has to feed. Write that down. We're going to follow the same exact model as we did last time. It'll work. Shade 3. That's 3 out of 8. And make a bracket. The 3 boxes shaded represent how many guests he's already fed, which is what number? Nick. 27. I'm going to put that here and here. You're home free. Because all you got to do now is find the magic number and put it in every box. Madison. Magic number's 9, right? 27 into these 3 shaded boxes makes 9. Put 9 in every box. Add up all your boxes. Or do 9 times the number of boxes. Nicole. Yep. 72 guests. 2-part whole. Fraction is always going to be the first part of the part whole template. What was that fraction again? 3/8. 27 goes where? Part or is it the whole? Yep. Constant is Jen, which makes sense because it's the magic number. The constant is always a magic number. $72. Now, just because I want to show this to you, let's see if reciprocal fractions will work. It's actually, I don't want to rush it, and we're right up against the bell. We'll do it tomorrow, first thing. Only thing that you have for homework, which most of you already did, was 13 and 14. So if that's done, just work on your cum. Okay? The exit ticket, if you got it today, nothing has to be done with that. We're going to finish tomorrow, and if you didn't get it, I'll give it to you tomorrow.